Hello and welcome everyone to today's Commodities Corner. I hope you all are keeping very well. We've got a lot of content to share with you today. This will of course be the Commodities Corner presented by myself, Phil Carr, at the Gold and Silver Club. So today during the session we will be covering live market analysis. We will be providing a watch list of trading opportunities. We'll go through gold, silver, oil, where we expect them to head next, answer questions, provide live support, and as always, do feel free to ask questions. During the course of the session, contributions are, of course, very welcome. So before we get started, let me introduce you to the Gold and Silver Club. The Gold and Silver Club is the #1 commodity trading and investment coaching company. We're regarded as the go-to authority on commodities trading. As internationally respected experts, our analysis and our opinions on the metals, the energies and the agricultural markets are routinely sought by major financial television channels and publications, which include Bloomberg, Reuters, CNBC, the Financial Times, the Wall Street Journal. Our team of experts has trained and mentored over 100,000 private traders from all over the world to increase their wealth and generate substantial income through commodities using our exclusive research-driven strategies. For more information on the Gold and Silver Club and our expertise, please feel free to visit our website, which is at www.thegoldandsilverclub.com. Right, so we get straight into it, and I thought before we actually go over to the markets again, we'll have a look at how the commodities are performing so far this year. So just to put it on your radar, at the moment, the top performing commodities that we track at the Gold and Silver Club, sugar is currently in third position. It's up 26% so far this year. Palladium has had some big moves over the course of this month. We've actually seen palladium move over 10% over the last week. It's now up over 25% this year. And of course, you can trade palladium on binary as well. It's had some explosive moves over the last week. Silver has had a corrective pullback. Since the US election, it's had quite a significant pullback actually. Actually managed to breach $16.50 per ounce this morning. We definitely want to have a look at that. Although we've had a significant correction, silver is still the 5th best performing commodity over this year. So it's still up just under 18% so far this year. Coffee's up 15%, copper is up 14%. Gold has had quite a significant drop. You remember gold was up around 25% after Brexit. Gold is now up 12%. So it's had over a 50% correction since we saw the price breach over $1,370 per ounce in the summer. After Brexit, it's had quite a significant pullback. A lot of that has been off the back of the US election. The US dollar index has broken out to one-year highs. Other markets which we've seen some big moves to the downside this year would include natural gas, wheat, and cocoa. Now, in terms of performance over this week so far, we have seen the leaders being oils. The WTI crude oil, also known as light sweet crude oil, has gained over 5%. Brent crude oil up over 4%. Cotton has been a big mover as well, up just under 4%. Palladium now up 3% this week, but the previous week up over 10%. And of course, we've seen the US dollar gain some strength as well. Big movers to the downside have been sugar dropping over 5%. Silver has moved over 4% to the downside. So we've seen some quite volatile conditions here, but with volatility comes opportunity. So what we'll do, we'll go over to the charts. We'll be looking at the following. So I'm just going to go through analysis, exactly what we're expecting to do. But in terms of expectation, in terms of execution, we are looking at the following two types of trades. Okay, so either higher or lower. So this is very very straightforward way to trade on binary. You don't need to put a stop loss. You don't need to put a take profit on your trade. And as such, you can allow for quite a lot of volatility. You just need to get the direction right within the time frame and get your entry price right as well. So what does that mean? Well, let's, for argument's sake, say that you expect the price of gold to be higher. Very simply, you would just have a look at the chart, which we'll go and have a look at very shortly as well. You would assess whether it is at a turning point where it could go higher. If you did feel it was a point where it had the potential to turn around at this point, you would go for a higher trade. You then specify the time frame, which could be an hour, could be a day, could be a week. And very simply, you then would go and time your entry into that market. It works exactly the same way on the lower side as well. If you expected there to be more downside, for example, for silver, you would go for a sell for the price to be lower. You would time your entry correctly, and then you just look for that price to be out of the trade. You would pick either 1 hour, a few hours, could be a day, it could be a week. So that is how we utilize this type of trading. Really good for volatile conditions. News trading as well works really well, particularly markets which normally need a much larger stop loss. This can be very useful as another tool in your trader toolbox. So with that, we'll go over to technical analysis. We'll talk you through how the markets are looking at the moment as we go into the US session this afternoon as well. And I think first of all, what we'll do, we'll start off here with the US dollar. Okay, so let me just bring out my charts for you. Should be able to see that very shortly. Hopefully you'll be able to hear the sound as well. So I will just double check, guys. You can see that okay. Okay, so just a quick checking, guys. You can see my screen. I'm on the US dollar index now. Yep, perfect. Okay, excellent. Right. So the US dollar index. What do you need to know at the moment? So you need to know that following on from the US election, we had this huge whipsaw in price where essentially we came all the way down. We retested the lows here, going back to September. And with that, we had a very quick breakdown in price overnight. A lot of volatility on the election night itself, where we saw the stock markets break down, US dollar broke down. But in the morning, when Donald Trump, in the morning for us here in the UK, when Donald Trump gave his victory speech in the morning, that really calmed the markets down. And we saw the US dollar immediately turn, and it formed this huge rejection candle on the daily chart. And since then, it's continued to follow through. It's been over a week now, and we've really seen an immense move on the US dollar. It's broken out to one-year highs. That has caused a lot of pressure on other markets such as gold and silver, have had significant corrections. Now, I'm wondering at the moment, at this point in time, because you can see here on my indicators, we're getting very overbought, whether we are just going to see a bit of a bull trap here, another breakout today. You often see this, you'll just shoot higher, then you'll form some sort of rejection candle, and then we'll get a reversal, which would also inversely correlate to a pop higher with gold and silver. So the US dollar, if I just zoom it out here, you will see, in fact, we've breached above the one-year highs here. So we've cleared above all of these levels of resistance. And at this point, you can see we're starting to we're significantly overbought at the moment. So why is the US dollar important? It's important because the majority of commodities are priced against the US dollar. So a very strong US dollar would therefore mean a weak gold market, for example, gold or silver. You'll see here gold priced in euros. Although it has had a correction, it hasn't corrected as much as, say, gold priced in US dollars, which has had quite a big breakdown over the last week following on from the US election. So what we'll do, we'll go over and we'll have a look at each of those charts. So first of all, if we go over and we have a look at gold, I can just talk you through the overall price structure of this market at the moment. So we were anticipating this. We didn't think that this was over yet. This sell-off down to the 1210 zone, the 50% Fibonacci retracement level. What I'm looking for, and we're starting to build up this sort of rejection. I wanted to see some stop losses get flushed around this 1200 zone before we then saw a reversal. It's very uncommon on gold, for those of you who traded this for a while, to see it just hit a level spot on, reverse off that level, and make it that easy to trade it. Normally, it would have some sort of a flush out of the longs here. You can see it would have just about, imagine if you've got an entered into a position just around the 1210 level, where would you position your stop loss? Likely just below these previous levels of support. And you can see here we've just about flushed out some shorts here. Some of the stop losses would have got flushed out this morning when gold came down and retested about 1,202. Now, it might be that it wants to go lower, that it wants to flush out all of these stop losses below 1,200 and actually revisit the 61.8 Fibonacci retracement level, which is a 1,270. But we do have a trend channel here. We might break and just close back around the 1210 zone. We're definitely oversold at the moment. I would see the potential for a retracement opportunity now to take gold back up towards the upper end of its channel here. We just need to wait and see how this price action develops over the course of the US session today. So I want to see whether gold keeps coming lower, whether it takes out essentially stop losses just below the 1200 level, in which case we could see another waterfall moment like we saw when we saw 1300 breach going back to September. If we do break support here, we could see quite a large move lower. So I am looking out for that possibility. But if this is it, if we're just going to form a rejection candle at this level, I would expect at least a retracement opportunity next week, especially given that the US dollar at the moment is starting to pull back. But it's all dependent on the US session this afternoon. So we'll be watching out for that very closely. Now, if we move over also to platinum, now, I do quite like the platinum price structure at the moment. Go over to a more detailed chart. Platinum right now is sitting around major underlying support, given the fact that the US dollar has been so strong, given the fact that gold and silver have broken down considerably. Platinum's done quite well to hold up around this level, the 920 level. If we do start to see the US dollar sell off today, if platinum holds at this level, I would look for a buying opportunity around 920. Unless it breaks that level, if it breaks it and we see another sell off here, then I wouldn't look to get in. But at the moment, whilst we've got underlying support at the 920 zone, it could be good. Also, yes, I would actually quite like it in a way to see just a breach of support and then some sort of a bear trap where we break through support only to form a rejection candle, and then that gives us the opportunity to actually get in for a leg higher. So I'm looking at platinum as well for a potential buy here. And silver, I have been interested in getting positions on silver if it was to retest $16.50 per ounce, which is the 61.8 Fibonacci retracement level. So within a bull market, very frequently you will come down and either correct the 50% level or the 61.8 Fibonacci retracement level. We had a retest of the 50% level going back to October, which held, and we continued to follow through up until the US election. Of course, we then see a bull trap on the US election, had a retest of this resistance zone. We came into resistance at the 100-day moving average. We've had a reversal and we've hit spot on the 61.8 Fibonacci level. So traders will be looking at that for opportunities to enter long. I do like 1650 here. Silver, relative to how it's been priced so far this year, is cheap at $16.50 per ounce, but it still has the ability to have another flush out lower here at the moment. If you just draw on some trend channels here, we get as close as possible to see where the major levels are. You can see it does have the potential to come down a little bit lower and possibly actually revisit the lows going back to June here, which would sit around the monthly pivot as well, which would take it down as low as $16 an ounce. And I would expect that to provide a nice opportunity also to pick up some longer term positions here as well. Now, it does look like the Federal Reserve is going to be in a position at the moment to increase interest rates as we go into December. The December FOMC statement is not far away now. It's only about a month away. In fact, let's just give you the date of that. It's going to be on Wednesday, the 14th of December. So yeah, it's pretty much 4 weeks away at the moment. A lot of that is already being priced into the market. So essentially an increase in interest rates, you would expect that to be on the bearish side for gold and silver and bullish for the US dollar index. The US dollar index has already got into a very overbought condition. It's already broken out above 1 year highs now. And we'll be watching this closely. So soon, either today or next week, I would expect a retracement trading opportunity on gold and silver. What does that mean? It means I would expect them to naturally just have, they've got very oversold, some sort of retracement back up again, and then we'll have to assess it to see whether they've got the legs to go higher or whether they're just going to consolidate until we go towards the FOMC statement in December. Short term, certainly they're very oversold at the moment though. Now, if we go over and also have a look at oil, oil's been quite lucrative this week. We've caught this breakout trade here that we had earlier on in the week from a break above 44.50, hit our take profit zone, also a rise trade for the price to be higher, worked out perfectly as well. And at the moment, oil is building a V-shaped reversal pattern. So this can be actually, you can see the previous one just going back to July here. So typically, if you break above the V-shaped reversal pattern high, you can get some good follow through. On a weekly chart, you've got nice underlying support, bullish engulfing candle. If we close like this week, we could lead up for the next leg higher. We've also got the OPEC meeting, which is on Wednesday, the 30th of November, which is not far away now. In terms of trading days, we've only really got today, next week, and then we'll have about 3 more days. So it's approximately about 8 trading days away until we have the OPEC meeting. So we'll be watching for opportunities there on oil. Right now, we formed 2 rejection candles, and then this morning we're turning around back again. So probably we'll get some consolidation around this zone. If we can breach above the last week's worth of highs here, get a break above the 47.50 zone, that would lead to higher prices. Also, we've got the potential for a setup just forming around the 46.50 zone as well. I want to see how the Baker Hughes report impacts the oil market later on today. Neutral on oil at the moment, waiting for another opportunity to enter. And I do see the potential for more upside, but it's not confirmed at the moment. But you can see this classic V-shaped reversal pattern in development. A V-shaped reversal pattern works as follows. So you get an oversold condition which overshoots a level of support. You then develop a reversal. You've got a neckline which looks like so, and then you look for a breakout of the neckline, which you've got just overhead at the moment. You can see quite a few of these previously on oil, and once you break above the neckline, you then get going for the next major leg higher. That's very common on oil. You can probably see this visually. I'll show you V-shaped reversal pattern here, another V-shaped reversal pattern going back to the OPEC meeting in September. Okay, so these are quite common on oil. We've got one forming again. So yes, I like the potential for upside. No, it's not confirmed right now. I'd wait for a little bit more confirmation, which would be a break above the last week's worth of highs. Maybe we'll just take that based off a weekly chart next week. We'll go for a break above this weekly high here. So that's what we'll be looking out for as we go into next week on oil. Now, in terms of palladium, palladium's been a really good mover over the last week. Palladium has gained some serious momentum here. So I'll just take you over to another palladium chart. Palladium gained 16% over this month, so huge move here since it based out. And note as well, palladium after its correction, okay, this is the low, this is the high, okay, from June, prior to Brexit, after Brexit, 61.8 Fibonacci level, okay, that was the major zone. Have that on your radar, make a note of that. 61.8 Fibonacci retracement level, the palladium market hit that level spot on, and then it retraced, okay, reversed from that level. Now remember silver. Where's silver? Silver here, 61.8 Fibonacci retracement level. It's hit it spot on, and we're getting rejection at that level. Now we need a bit more confirmation, but have that on your radar. 1650 has been a level which I've been looking at for an opportunity to add to positions on silver here, or to reload on positions, I should say. So right now, I do like this zone. I just want to see a bit more confirmation around this level. Maybe we'll just overshoot, we'll break down a little bit lower, then we'll close higher again. But it's certainly on the radar. 61.8 is a major level here for silver to have reached so far. Gold also came down to the 50% level, hasn't reached as low as the 61.8. It's broken through some support. If it closes with a hammer on the daily chart, potential for a retracement trade as well. Both of these markets are not quite ready yet. We'll watch them throughout the US session today. I'd like some sort of rejection candle to form. This looks like a bear trap in development, so traders would have shorted on a break of 12.10, only to then see a reversal, but it's not properly confirmed yet. It's not confirmed because we haven't got a daily close producing this setup just yet. So I continue to wait for that to develop, and also platinum watching very closely as well around the 920 zone of support here. We seem to be finding support around that zone as well. So other than that, at the moment, yeah, it's really just continuing to watch to see how these markets are going to develop over the US session today. Again, if you go to the US dollar index, it seems to have created so far, it's got significantly overbought, forming a rejection candle around the breakout here that's had above its one-year highs right now. So for the time being, I would continue to monitor that over the session today. Very interested to see how gold, silver perform over the US session this afternoon into the close today. Trading opportunities which develop as a result as we go into next week as well, I'll be watching very carefully too. So just on that, if you would like to get kept updated with the trades that we are taking, obviously we're providing these updates, exactly what we're doing to all of our private members of the Gold and Silver Club, when to enter platinum, when to get into gold, when to get into silver, when to enter into oil, trade management around that, so you don't need to be in front of the screens all day, and you can utilize all of our research and what we're looking at in the markets to get confirmation. Very simply, if you would like access to that, all you need to do is go over to www.jointhegoldandsilverclub.com. Okay, so once you go there, make sure when you fill out an application, do make sure you put in binary, okay, that you've been on today's session. We get a lot of applications at the Gold and Silver Club, and if you mention that you've been on binary, that works out very well in your favor. Okay, so please do mention that if you put in an application to www.jointhegoldandsilverclub, tell us that you have come on this session on binary. That would be much appreciated. And then, of course, we will talk you through how you can get exclusive access to the private members live trading room. So just to break it down for you, the top trade that we've had over the course of this week has, of course, been oil. We took this trade earlier on this week after we formed a bear trap, reversal candle, nice rejection candle, trade to be higher, entry 44.50, and then we just come out the same day where it's had a nice pop to the upside, nice quick trade in and out the same day. And with that, if you would like to find out more, again, and why you should look into the private members live trading room and who it's for, well, essentially it works as follows. It is for Those of you who might be newer to trading the markets and you want to develop a solid understanding of the markets and fast track your progress much quicker than you might be able to do on your own, even if you're a seasoned and experienced trader, but you just really want to learn how to trade the commodity markets better, more accurately, get a better picture of how to really get an edge in these markets to take your trading to the next level, then the private members live trading room is definitely something for you to consider. It includes live trading room webinars, so during those webinars we go through, analyze the commodity markets right in front of you, we go over trade management, our open positions, closed positions, new trades that we're looking to get into, our entry, exit, our targets on each of the trades that we are taking. You also get notifications via email and SMS, so you get kept updated with a full life cycle of trades, breaking news, updates to trade management. Everything is included each step of the way. You get our week ahead trading plan and also commodity research and market insights to help boost your win rate and ensure you're getting on the right side of trades, again helping you to fast track your results by having a good understanding of how the commodity markets move, what is affecting them, and giving you a lot more confidence in your trades. So again, if you would like to get access, it includes the following. You get exclusive weekly live trading room webinars, live trade setups ready to implement, you get real-time trade notifications, exact details of where we are entering, exiting, placing a stop loss on our trades. You get a weekly trading plan with a watch list of trade ideas for the week ahead, live trade support and institutional level trading research and commodity insights to help give you an edge in the market. So again, all you need to do is go to www.jointhegoldensilverclub.com and make sure that you mention that you were on this session, and if you happen to be watching the re-recording of this, also just mention that you've been on the Binary YouTube channel, or you've received this via the Binary updates. Okay, fantastic. So with that, guys, I don't think there's any additional questions. So I wish you all the best. Have a fantastic weekend. Good trading. I hope that has provided some useful insights for you to help you with some of your trades today and as we go into next week. And of course, I very much look forward to working with those of you who will be making an application and joining us at the Gold and Silver Club. Okay, guys, so all the best. Speak soon. Take care. Bye-bye.